Cheers. Give me some love here.
Hell yeah, dude. Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, she complicate and stick to the basics. Relationships are safe, never breaking. And we'll skip all over the town, hot lava on the ground, but we'll never burn it down now. Watch your step, there's cracks in the pavements. And take my hand, I promise that we'll make it. Cause you're what I was missing when, baby, this is at the end. Sticking through the thick and thin. Cause all I know is all I am, and all I need is in my hands. And all in all, there is no plan. Cause you're my lady, and I'm your man, I'm your man.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Proud to Present podcast. My name is Colton, and my guest today is singer-songwriter Sam Wiley.
What up, y'all?
Freaking Sam, artist from the Valley, been here around for a long time. Are you originally from here?
No, I was born in Miami, actually, in Florida,
okay.
and then spent a lot of my life in Mexico City.
Nice, okay.
Because my mom was born and raised there, and then I have a lot of family out there. So,
No,
but mostly Arizona. I mean, I spent most of all of high school here. Then I went to NAU.
Nice.
But when I did record that first record that you were talking about, I went to Mexico to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Keep that mic close.
Cool.
Keep that up to you.
Yo, keep the mic close.
Well, and it's first of all a little bit of background on you. 2 solo albums, Number 7 Kid and Kill It With Love.
Well, the Number 7 Kid was more solo, so I did that.
Okay.
I did everything on my own for that one. So all the drums, the bass, and the guitars and vocals and all that. But then when I got back, formed the band,
The Wiley Ones.
And then when we put out Kill It With Love, that was like a full. Like I had written the skeleton versions of the guitar songs, but it became a full band effort. Everyone wrote their own parts, added their own little twists, and
So and then you have What I Am also, right?
yeah. After that, we just released we put out a few singles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can look up the Wiley One, or you can look up the Wiley Ones is really what that's evolved into, and that's something that I kind of wanted to ask you about. Is watching your music over the years kind of grow. Obviously, yeah, it seemed like it was kind of a solo thing that you were kind of getting started with, and then it blossomed into this really cool band project where, it went from one head to a whole bunch of them kind of contributing to it.
Yeah, it made sense because especially in this new EP, and then we're hoping to do another EP after this one. Is that we're all kind of writing together.
Hell yeah!
So it made more sense to have more of a collaborative thing going on. So
what was that like for you? I mean, coming from a background of just writing by yourself, or had you written with other people before? Was that I know, like for me, that's a hard transition to kind of like move into everybody contributing. How was that for you?
Well, the thing is, I always jammed with people.
Right.
So it was like, that's a better way to broaden your horizons anyway, to learn, have a moment where everybody can contribute their own creative process, so it's fun. And that's the beautiful thing about life, like you can go back and make some solo records, or one day I hope to make it like a hip hop kind of EP thing.
Hell yeah.
Just having fun, but mostly just always jammed with people. So that didn't come hard to me. Like having to, in fact, it was little relieving and a little easier.
Yeah, right.
Because all I had to do was just do what I loved doing, what I always thought like my main talent was, which was lyricism and writing melodies and hooks and lyrics and stuff. So
that's cool.
So that was fun.
That's killer. Hell yeah.
And then on stage, a lot easier.
Oh, I bet. Well, it's great when you don't have to control the band, where it's everybody following your acoustic. You know what I mean? It's like it's nice when everybody can focus, or everybody look at that guy. Stop. Yeah. I'm trying to entertain the crowd, let alone try to lead a band.
And shout out to Jay Nottingham, bassist. He's laying down funky bass lines that we're all like, it's just a main really awesome part of this new thing.
Nice.
We got a little funk going on this one.
Nice, very cool.
And then of course Josh and Phelan, they're killing it as well. So we're having fun.
Nice. Well, and big thing with them is Wiley Ones. Check them out on Spotify, iTunes, really wherever you get your music. Right? I mean, YouTube. You're out there. Dude, first of all, we were just talking about it, so I want to go right to it. You got a clothing line you're working on.
Yeah, we launched earlier this year. It's called Casa T-shirt. So you can pretty much represent where you're proud to be from, whether you're Latin America or whatever race. But so for example, you can get every state. So you can get in Arizona that says Casa.
Nice.
You can get like Puerto Rico, and that one is we're donating the sales from that shirt to Hurricane Maria relief.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I just wanted to. I've always, aside from loving music and doing that, I like entrepreneurism, and I just kind of experiment with different companies. And I wanted to start something like an online e-commerce thing.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Make money. Hopefully, make some money while I sleep.
Yeah. All that isn't the dream.
Came up with a cool idea, and we're also we made the Dreamers shirt, which we're also giving to like DACA charities and all the terribleness that's going on with people getting deported and that. So yeah, and it's just going to evolve and continue, and it's cool. Yeah, it's starting to go well. Hamster wheel's starting to turn.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, you girl, I like how you're speaking. The microphone checks what you're seeking. Shine the light on the faucet, it's leaking. We need to stop freaking, it happened for a reason. Who loves to love? We need more love. You shrug, you need a hug and a back rub. My love's filled with lights in the water. We need to make it harder, you freaky little daughter. Cause all I know is all I am, and all I need is in my hands. And all, there is no plan. Cause you're my lady, and I'm your man, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, she complicate and stick to the basics. Relationships are safe, never breaking. And we'll skip all over the town, hot lava on the ground, but we'll never burn it down now. Watch your step, there's cracks in the pavements. And take my hand, I promise that we'll make it. Cause you're what I was missing when, baby, this isn't the end. Sticking through the thick and thin. Cause all I know is all I am, and all I need is in my hands. And all, there is no plan. Cause you're my lady, and I'm your man, yeah, 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 oh. You got me hot, got me sweating for days, got me counting all your messages and stocking your page. She give me fever, coming up like a blue flame. When she say my name, she say my name. We're in the frenzy when you stand so close. Got me in your comatose with that cologne and pheromones. Oh, don't keep me waiting now, stop hesitating. Cause you're my lady and I'm here for the taking. And all I know is all I am, and all I need is in my hands. And all in all, there is no plan. Cause you're my lady, and I'm your man. All and all is all I am, and all I need is in my hands. And all and all, there is no plan. Cause you're my lady, and I'm your man, Even though I ain't got a lot of money, I'ma spend this last dollar, everything will be okay. And if I might get lucky, but knowing myself, that probably would not be today. Even though I ain't got a lot of money, I'ma spend this last dollar, everything will be okay. And if I might get lucky, but knowing myself, that probably would not be today.
Big questions is what are you doing when you're not doing music?
Well, Well, shit. Oh, we're allowed to cuss a lot on this one, right?
You can cuss. You can talk about whatever you want.
All right,
There's no lines here.
No, in the winter I like to snowboard.
Hell yeah.
So I love going to the mountain. Anything.
One of your singles was about that.
Yeah, never board on a board.
Never board on a board. Yeah.
So I grew up skateboarding and then eventually started snowboarding, then did a little wakeboarding, and then very minimal amount of surfing. I think that'll be my last, like, I'm an old man hanging by the beach, freaking surfing,
Yeah.
That would be the dream, yeah.
I'm so tall, I don't do well on boards. I fall real far. Real far.
So I definitely love that. I like playing golf with my pops when it's not 115 degrees like it is today.
Yeah.
But I like playing golf. Like I was gonna say, just anything that puts you in kind of the fourth dimension, and whether it's in nature or whether it's with friends, it kind of gets you out of your head, and
That's interesting.
you go and just kind of reset the clock, clear your brain.
I've tried to. It's funny in 17 podcasts trying to like put the line in, but you see similarities between people, and what's funny is how many golfers I've met. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just living down here in the desert. Maybe we're all like, I tried to go out this morning. Y'all listening who don't live in Arizona, I woke up to go at 7 thinking I was gonna beat the heat, and it was already 96.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
no. Now you got to go up to Flag.
Yep. Oh,
top
definitely.
or something like that.
You play $10 golf right now though.
Yeah.
easy $10 golf. Nobody's charging
a wet towel and a lot of water.
No doubt. So who are some of your big music influences?
Man, I would say like everyone compares us or me to would be, like the G Love, Jack Johnson type.
Definitely.
More G Love than anything. And then, but I grew up listening to everything,
right.
Like my brother gave me all his cassette tapes when I was like 10, and it was like Floyd. It was like all Floyd stuff,
yep.
All Bob Marley stuff. Like it was everything, man. It was like, here you go, Sam.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was just like so much, Beethoven and Mozart and like,
oh yeah,
all the jazz stuff too that I love. So I think there's a fine line. Like there's a difference sometimes between what you play,
right,
and what you love,
right.
And people.
Well, it was funny that you said. It's funny that you said G Love because, kind of I mentioned to you before we even get started. I remember when I first moved to Arizona, I was really into a certain type of music, and I was just eating it up, consuming it like in mass quantities. And what's funny is I told people that I found you that way. And like I said, I was a young kid. I was back in like the MySpace days. And I don't know how, but I had the Beer Song on my computer. And I remember being, high school or a little afterwards, really rocking that. And like I said, I joked with you, like I don't even know marketing wise how I ended up with that, but you definitely had that niche.
We were hustling, man.
You were hustling back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we will again once this new album comes out, and always. But yeah, we were doing a lot of crazy things, like just experimenting with different stuff. I mean, I think with that, like I think I put a sticker on the album that said "Crack a Beer" and put it on track 3, and I sent it to like every skate shop on the West Coast.
Hell yeah,
just random things like that.
Yep.
See if it works.
Y'all, if you're listening and are gonna check out the Wiley ones, just Wiley ones. But put on the Beer Song, man. Really, if you just YouTube Sam Wiley, that's what you're gonna find. That's the jam, for sure. And so with that, I mean, you still get a lot of requests for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still comes up into the picture.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll get a weird email. It'll be like some guy in Ireland, just, hey, can you send me the tabs to the Beer Song?
Interesting.
Because they want to learn it.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's jamming it to his friends right now.
I hope so.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, in fact, I mean, we redid that whole song and then never really released it on iTunes yet. So I think
it's still out there.
I think there'll be a little secret, some along the way. It's kind of like an anniversary thing because we've been around a long time.
Nice.
That song's old. I wrote that when I was like 19 years old.
Oh my, yeah, hell yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
20 years old or something like that.
Well, I feel like we stopped counting age after like 22, 23. So when I say like a few years ago, I meant, that was a while ago. I've had that for a long time. But so what are you playing for us today?
All right, so I played a track called All in All, which is going to be on this new EP.
Nice.
We're putting out. And then I
Is
figured...
is this first release, first time people hearing it?
No, you can hear it on YouTube.
Nice.
We did kind of just like a small little promo, and it's like once again, man, I don't know if you ever heard of this, but there's bands sometimes that have songs that they never... They kind of reinvent, they rediscover themselves, and then they get released like way later.
Right. All right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So we never officially released it. So we're gonna. There's a whole story behind that.
So there's gonna be a push behind it, but if you want a little sneak peek, you can go. You can go find it right now.
It's called All in All.
All in All. Okay. Yeah. And what else are you doing?
The other one was one of my favorite, kind of more melancholy songs that I wrote off. That's on Kill It With Love, and that's Move On.
Nice. Which is a great song. Great song.
Right. So yeah, that was like a lot of Kill It With Love was heartbreak stuff. You know, I was like every artist goes through. You know,
it's interesting though.
A little bit of that relationship breakup stuff. So,
but you know what's funny? What makes you unique though in that is that because I was listening to that and that was you could tell there was some very cutting truth in your lyrics and in the heartbreak of it. But even throughout listening to that EP, it's very positive. And I feel like a lot of people can say, well, this is the breakup album, and people walk in like, oh my God, this guy's going to be all emo. You really found a way to keep it positive and really all about love. So what was that like?
That was just like, no matter what you go through in life, like the best, through suffering, pain, especially betrayal, which I was going through a lot of that.
Right.
You can always persevere through the struggle, through being yourself, through finding creativity, and of course, love. So,
definitely.
Yeah. So that's why we named it Kill It With Love.
That's killer. I love it.
Your eyes, wide as the rims on an old school Chevy. Step side to the right, she dance with me under the moonlight. Whiskey on my breath, we night swim just like a fish on a string. Then reel me in till I can't breathe. Then eat me all up like I'm bones. No, throw me on down to the beach. Well, decompose into the ground. Hell, never for me, so I come back as a guitar and the sunset. Go back to the yard, 'cause we were hungry at any time for anything, from laughing and stumbling to loving life, then hating life, 'cause the world is crazy blue. We loved each other while it ends so cruel, and I never could forget you. You wanna move, well I guess I'll move on too. I guess I'll move on. I guess I'll move on too. I guess I'll move on. Now your hands attached to me like a wristband, letting me slip into quicksand, beating my drum like a drum, dumb as I could be at the time. I'm so damn tired in my mind. Fine, leave it alone with the moan, groan, laughing, don't pick up the phone. Why, 'cause screw this, I'm leaving alone, but not lonely, just loving blind. A patient mind, I drama below me. I rise above, 'cause I had enough, for this world could swallow you. We loved each other while it ends so cruel, and I never could forget you. You wanna move, well I guess I'll move on too. 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 I guess I'm moving on. I guess I'll move on. I guess I'll move on.
Well, let's hit a bonus round, man. Let's hit it. This is like our we used to call it the speed round. I keep telling people that, but we haven't called it the speed round in forever now. But
sweet.
Just some fun questions that you may not normally get on a normal basis.
Go for
it. Freaking venue you'd like to play someday?
Venue I'd like to play someday. Red Rocks.
Boom. Easy. Favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Oh, any specific cheesecake or just? Are you like a
all
plain,
cheesecake?
Are you like a plain cheesecake?
No.
Hand you a.
I like the classic with the strawberries, as long as there's a lot of graham cracker crust. I feel ripped off when there's not enough crust.
I feel like sometimes I only like cheesecake because I love the crust so much. Like you could really like scratch the cheesecake
like
off.
this thick crust on the bottom.
That'd be incredible.
What is this tiny little crust at the bottom?
Yeah, it's like and I remember being a kid and realizing that you could buy just the crust, and thinking to myself like, I wonder if we could stack 2 of these on top of each other to create a little extra.
For sure.
Artists you'd like to play a show with, live or dead? I feel like live or dead
that I haven't played with yet.
Yeah, anybody.
Oh my god!
Have you been able to play with some big influences?
Yeah. But
anybody catch you any big ones?
I mean, I really enjoyed playing. Well, the most recent one that I really enjoyed was we played with Nako and Medicine for the People at the Orpheum, and I just love that guy in general. That's that's the hippie part of me that really digs that guy.
Yeah.
Man, what's so weird is I'm trying to think of something that would fit with me because that's such a like.
No, I don't be with you. You could be like Amy Grant, and I'm like, all right, man.
My brother-in-law wrote
that's your
a lot
thing.
of her stuff.
There you go.
Shit, man, I don't know.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah.
All
of them.
right. Favorite venue you've played?
It's a complicated one, but I'm gonna go with the Orpheum and Flag because those were always the best shows.
Nice.
I mean, that's the kind of show where you could like. You just tell everyone to put their hands up, and 1,500 people are all clapping in unison with you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But other than that, going to Seattle and doing Hempfest,
yeah, oh yes,
is pretty badass.
Hell yeah. And I saw a video of you online of you playing on the beach somewhere. Do you play somewhere on the beach?
Could have been Rocky Point.
Maybe Rocky Point.
Yeah, that's probably where it was. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was a beautiful view, and it looked like there were a lot of people out there, and you had the ocean out to the right, and it was just magical.
Oh yeah, that was when we played with Roger Klein, Circus Mexicus.
Nice.
Like forever ago, like 2010. But that's super good time. And if anybody hasn't gone, go to Circus Mexicus. That shit's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Great time.
Favorite TV show or movie?
Favorite TV show? I mean, I love my old Seinfelds and funny comedies that make you not take life so seriously.
Yeah.
And movie, I love so many old classics. So like Legend, Labyrinth, all those weird ones. I dig all that. That's another music one. There's just so many.
Yes. Right.
You know, we need genre. You need to be like, what's your favorite 80s movie?
Yeah.
What's your favorite 90s? Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess I could separate that into the genres. And then last thing for you, what are you listening to right now? Anything you're jamming to right now specifically that you just can't get enough of that you should splurge to someone else to hear?
A lot of podcasts.
Yeah?
No.
Who you listen to?
I listen to a fair amount of Rogan.
Yeah, me too.
I like Joe. He's always interviewing cool, like different kind of people.
Yep.
Like one day he's interviewing a scientist, next day he's interviewing a crazy comedian.
Yep.
But they're always talking about truth and knowledge and discovery, and I'm into that kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I'm into like learning new. I want people are asking real questions, trying to figure it out.
Totally.
You know, so I dig that.
Well, it's funny. We're in episode 17, and it's the first time that Rogan's name's popped up. But it's funny that yeah, man, that's what kind of got me inspired for podcasts. It was interesting to hear people talk about truth together, and that was the big thing for me was musicians and artists talking about truth and their craft. But it's fascinating with his show that a lot of times, like, I can't even tell you what he's talking about as far as he gets really deep on certain things. I mean, almost too deep for me. But it's fascinating that, yeah, real people talking about real things. You learn stuff about yourself. You learn stuff about other people that you never would have gotten anywhere else. So that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and the same thing, I mean, we're discovering, I mean, when you talk about TV shows, like where you were talking about music right now, what music am I listening to now?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm constantly like checking out the local people or people that I know and what they're coming out with.
Right.
So I'd almost rather talk about that. Like I'm excited for Katasha's new album or EP, whatever it is. I want to hear that.
We're talking about Scattered Melodies, just finished
Scattered
theirs. They announced that today. That's really exciting.
I did a song with them
Hell yeah.
on their last record, but they're so great and creative. So I'm always just keeping an eye out for what people are doing.
Definitely.
You know,
man, band Wives in town, WYVES. They got a new record coming out that I've been catching them every couple weeks, and man, they got some killer new tracks they're working on. But the local scene is. I always get excited for the fall because the fall it's like we all have an Easter egg that we like hide to drop for the fall, and there's always like something new every fall that you're like, holy shit, like this is the jam.
Yeah.
So
are you going to Apache Lake? Have you ever been out there?
I haven't, but I'm thinking this is the year.
Because that summer, Lost Lake got canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, there's so many other festivals to go to, but that one's fun if you've never been.
It's funny with that Lost Lake because I feel like the artists that I was disappointed that I'm not going to see are local artists. It's like,
yeah,
I hope they. I know the Technicolors, I'm a big fan of theirs. They got dropped from it. It was like, well, you guys gonna come still? Like, yeah. I hope.
You know Jared in the Mill, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah. They gonna be here for that? Or they were supposed to be
supposed to be on it, yeah. Jared's my cousin. I don't know if you know.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. Yeah. That's killer.
So they're always grinding and putting out new music. I think they probably have some new stuff coming out pretty soon. Right. So they're ones to keep an eye out as well.
So the Wiley ones hoping for a new album next year? Are we hoping by the end of this year? What are you thinking?
We're hoping by the end of this year it'll be EP.
Nice. New EP.
And
that's killer.
And then immediately start finishing writing and then recording another EP.
Nice.
So that's the goal. We have really excited because we have a song my first song writing fully in Spanish.
Wow, that's killer. So obviously living in Mexico City for a while and having that background, are you fluent Spanish? Obviously.
I mean, I would say I'm 80%.
80%, okay.
You know, like you lose a lot of it if you're not constantly immersed in it.
Right.
But I would say I understand almost everything.
Right.
You know, I write in Spanish for my past job.
Nice.
I was constantly writing. So it's just like vocabulary or the speed and ease of like talking how we're talking right now.
Right.
Sometimes you can be like, what's that word? But no, so this was hard because especially like you have to, man, you're like, I didn't want to sound like, when you're using slang a lot in poetry, and I've never done that in a different language. So.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to you with you. That's got to be different.
Well, I got some editors.
Oh, did you? Okay.
So I wrote it the way I thought it would and did a lot of research and like made sure it flowed. And then, you know, now I'm going to go to my mom. I'm going to go to my cousin in Mexico City.
So are you rapping in Spanish? Is it more just talk? Is it singing?
It's more like that linguistic Jack Johnson thing, but in Spanish.
That's crazy.
So it's like, you know, en hora es así, música es para mí, si tú puedes entender. Like a lot of people have done that stuff. Who else did that? I mean, Sublime did a little bit of that.
Right.
And then, of course, like the Black Eyed Peas did similar stuff like that. So
that's killer. So are you excited about that?
I am. Because I'm you know, it could bomb in Mexico. It's basically for Mexican because like all dialects of Spanish kind of differ depending what country or area you go to.
Right.
So I wrote this with Mexico in mind.
Nice.
So we'll see. It could bomb or they could love the hell out of it. I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to send it over there.
That's right. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Send it back if you want, but here it comes.
I think it's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Well, y'all, as we talk about every week, Proud to Present playlist. Make sure you hit that up on Spotify. We're going to have 3 songs from Sam up on there. The Wiley ones, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, I'm sure. Wherever you get your music, they're going to be around. Hopefully new album in the fall. And we talked about with the new album, get you guys back on here, get the full band in here, and have like a full freaking jam on it.
Yeah.
Killer.
We would love that, man. It would be a lot of fun,
dude. Please, we'll move the room around and get you guys all in here. But I appreciate you having you. So, y'all, as in closing, as we say every week, just be the change in your world. You talked about Joe Rogan, but I was listening to Duncan Trussell on there, and he was talking about we all want to bitch about the White House. We all want to bitch about what you're listening to on your podcast and your iPhone, but you're kicking trash and you're ignoring your neighbor in the process. So maybe take a look at your own world and how you can make change within it. And who knows, maybe that could be a domino effect to the full picture. So take it easy. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.